Hello everyone, the story I'm going to share today is Arrogance cost him the chance to become immortal. Youxuan lived in capital city of Chang An during the Tang Dynasty. As children, he and his neighbor Qiu Zi studied together under the same teacher. Because he came from a noble family, Youxuan was arrogant. Qiu Zi came from a poor family, so Youxuan often scolded him, saying, "You're not from my social class. How can we share the same teacher? Don't you feel ashamed?" Qiu Zi always felt depressed. When Youxuan said this, and a few years later, he died. 10 years passed, and Youxuan passed the imperial examination. He was soon promoted head of Tangshan County. He met another neighbor named Qiu Zi. Qiu Zi was 20 years old, and as the son of a prominent businessman, he had a lot of property. Every time he met Youxuan, he gave him a silver. He always invited him to travel and attend parties that he paid for. Youxuan took everything Qiu Zi did for him for granted and did not respect him. To justify his rude behavior, he reminded himself, "Compared to me, Qiu Zi is a nobody. He just has more money." Youxuan planned to hold a grand banquet, but he did not invite Qiu Zi. Near the end of the party, someone asked Youxuan, "Qiu Zi is your good friend, and he always invites you to his parties. He's not here today. Don't you think you should have invited him?" As soon as he heard this, Youxuan felt ashamed and immediately invited Qiu Zi to the party. After Qiu Zi arrived, Youxuan poured a big glass of wine and asked him to drink it all in one go. But Qiu Zi politely refused. Youxuan suddenly got very angry and began criticizing him. "You are just a civil servant. Why did I promote you to a government position? You should be proud to have me as your friend. How dare you refuse to drink the wine I gave you?" Qiu Zi didn't say a word. He got up, bowed deeply to Youxuan, and quietly left the party. As soon as he returned home, Qiu Zi resigned his government position. He stayed in his house and did not talk to anyone. Several months later, he died. The following year, Youxuan was dismissed from his post. He went to live in the temple of Mengyang County. Youxuan liked Taoism, and he learned that there was a famous Taoist named Wu who lived in Jianmen Mountain in Sichuan. He decided to see this Taoist Wu because he hoped to become one of his disciples. Taoist Wu told him, "Since you admire immortals, you should live in the mountains and forests. You should leave human society." Youxuan happily said, "You are a wise man. May I be your disciple?" The Taoist agreed. Let him live in the mountain. 15 years passed, but Youxuan was not as diligent as before. Taoist Wu said, "Since you are not determined to cultivate, there is no point in your staying here. You can go home." So Youxuan left. On his way home, he arrived at a hotel where he met a boy. The boy was around 10 years old. Youxuan started to chat with him and found that the boy was very intelligent. After they chatted a while, the boy said, "You don't remember me, but we're old friends." Youxuan said, "Who are you?" The boy said, "I lived in Chang An City and we studied together under the same teacher. You thought that I was too poor and was not of your social status. Later, I became the son of Qiu's family and became your good friend again. You accept many gifts from me, but you never treat me with courtesy. You even call me a civil servant. Why are you so arrogant?" Youxuan was confused and surprised. He apologized to the boy and said, "My goodness, it seems I've made some mistakes. But you are only a child, not a divine being. How can you know so much about me? The boy said, I am a true Taoist of Tai Ching. The Jade Emperor told me that you belong in heaven. So he asked me to be born in the human world and look for you. He also asked me to teach you some secret words to become immortal. But you are so arrogant. Even though I gave you 2 chances, you didn't change. Alas, so sad. After he said this, he suddenly disappeared. In shock, Youxuan began to recall all the things he said and did in his lifetime. He sadly understood what he had lost. Overcome with deep regret and sorrow, he died a few years later. Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching stories will be ready for you if you just subscribe it. Thank you again.